Hey guys, it's Deja and Di-V, and welcome back to Squared. We are your Saturdays here on Squared, and for this week's video, we are going to be playing Never Have I Ever. Basically, we're just going to be saying stuff like, for example, never have I ever ate sushi. And if we have ate sushi, we would put up a card that says I have, and if we haven't, then we put up one that says I haven't, or I haven't, whichever one. Yeah. Either way, it's the same thing. So before we begin this video, give it a big thumbs up and subscribe down below to the Square channel. Never have I ever pooped on myself in public. It's a really long story.
It's not that long.
Yeah, and it's also TMI. If you guys would ever like to hear about that one day, let us know. But it was in Sears. It was in Sears. It was embarrassing, and
10th grade.
It was due to a lot of stuff. But anyways, it's not like I just pooped myself randomly in Sears. No. Well, she sort of did. It was leading up to it, and it was because of lots of constipation. Yeah.
Never have I ever puked in a public setting. I have.
That was just recently for her.
Recently too.
She got sick and she threw up at school.
But it was in the nurse's office. But it was in a public setting because there was a teacher in there and the nurse.
And she just puked all over herself. These are some gross never have I ever we're going so far. Never have I ever had a crush on someone older than me.
Yeah. Going on.
Not gonna disclose that information, but all you guys need to know.
Never have I ever cheated on a test. I have, and the test that I can recall that it was in the 5th grade, so it wasn't like anything like in high school and stuff. I was always too afraid like to cheat on like tests in middle school and high school. But the test that I remembered that I cheated on, it was in the 5th grade, and it was basically this test where they would give us tests on our division, multiplication, subtraction, and addition, and I passed every single test except the subtraction. But if I didn't pass the subtraction test, they would put me in this room with other kids who didn't pass it, and you'd have to stay there like every day during like the portion where they would do math, and I didn't want to do that because I felt like if I was to be in that area that I'd be dumb. So I even though it wasn't anything like that, they just helped you because you didn't understand it as much, but I was so afraid and I didn't want to be in that room with only like 3 other kids that I hid, since they gave the exact same test but just different days. I hid the subtraction test that I actually did finish at home in my desk, and then when I finished when they called time to stop the test, I grabbed the one that I was doing, I hid it in my desk, and then I pulled out the one that I finished at home and I put it on my desk. I turned that one in.
I never knew about
me and my friend did it. Yeah. Never have I ever walked around in a circle for hours on end, playing music into my ears, dreaming about a life that I'll never have.
We call it imagining. It's kind of a problem that we have, but it's also a coping mechanism for our lives.
We're psychos.
We find out each night you're actually kind of psychotic. Never have I ever been bit by a dog. Never. I have. I got bit by my grandma's dog on this hand. It was a traumatizing experience.
It was. And I was there when it happened. I was so sad. I was screaming and crying. And I was like, get off of my sister.
It was literally my grandma's dog. All I went to do was pick it up. I was like, Skippy, come here. And I went to pick it up. And then he bit me. He was like, ah! Thanks for watching.
Hope you guys really enjoyed this video. If you did, remember to give it a big thumbs up.
Also check out our main channel. If you guys want to see yesterday's video, click right over there. If you want to see more of us, click right up there. And if you would like to subscribe to Squared, be sure to click over here. We'll see you guys all next time. Bye!